Hello everyone, it's me Megachamp again, and we're back with more end of the year stuff. Sure, let's go with that instead of wasting way too long trying to figure out what to call it. But yeah, it's time for the stuff that I personally felt was the best for this year. The stuff that I watched, the stuff that I played, particularly the anime that I watched and the games that I played. Um, we're gonna start with anime because I'm pretty sure that's what I started with last year, but yeah, we're gonna do that. Um, Obviously, as always, keep in mind that this is just how I personally feel and the anime that I personally watched this year. I go by the anime that I watch in the year and the games that I play in the year. Everyone watches different anime, everyone plays different games. You can sort of do your own sort of list, which you probably should because, it's. I mean, you don't have to do videos like boring stuff like I do, but, you can do your own personal stuff. But obviously, I do a lot better job of keeping up with animes than I do games, although obviously it's kind of a double-edged sword because there are a lot of animes that I still have not watched. So, but in terms of like newer stuff, I do a better job of being able to keep up than with games. Although obviously I still watch the things that I am personally interested in. So yeah. So in terms of the anime that I watched this year, and it's quite a lot, honestly, but you do have to keep in mind that some of this stuff is technically from last year. But if I finish it within 2024, it still kind of counts. So I had to kind of go to like October of last year just to make sure I got everything. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. But don't worry. Anything that won in my anime of the year last year won't be winning anything, so you don't have to worry about that. So, in terms of the anime that I watched this year, it was My Hero Academia Season 6, Spy Family Season 1 Part 2, and also Season 2, with Season 2 still ongoing. Chainsaw Man, Made in Abyss Season 2, Bleach Thousand Year Blood War Part 1 and Part 2, Godzilla Singular Point, Trails of Cold Steel Northern War, Trigun Stampede, Junji Ito Maniac, Nier Automata version 1.1a, in other words, the Nier Automata anime, Doctor Stone Season 3 with Part 2 still ongoing, Ranking of Kings Treasure Chest of Courage, Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts, of course, Digimon Adventure 2020. You won't be hearing that again, trust me. Pokemon Ultimate Journeys, which finally finished. Good God, man. Agretsuko Season 1 to Season 5, with Season 5 ongoing. Yeah, I practically watched all of Agretsuko except for the final season, or Season 5, although it feels like the final season because we haven't heard about Season 6, so. Mashal Demon Slayer Season 3, also known as the Swordsmith Village arc. Reborn as a Vending Machine, I Now Wander the Dungeon Season 1. I have to say that because Season 2 was confirmed. Fully Cully Grunge. Attack on Titan, the final season, final chapter. Quite the name there. Although they are technically movies, it's 2 movies, but it's technically still ongoing. I'm still waiting for the second movie to be dubbed, or English dubbed, I mean. Fully Coolly Shoegaze, Rurouni Kenshin 2023. That's the best way to put it and the best thing to call it. Although it does have Rurouni Kenshin and 2023 in the name, so it's a shorter way of describing it. Naruto Shippuden, which is still ongoing because I'm watching the Toonami airings. I have all of the DVDs, but I'm trying to support Toonami despite the thing that I talked about in my review of my bold predictions, but I'm still trying to support it, but I may end up having to finish it through the DVDs, maybe. And Pokemon Horizons, ongoing. Yes, you heard that correctly. I'll be talking a bit more about that at some point. Not in my list. Maybe in a future list, but not in any current list. So yeah, as you can see, it was a lot. A lot of animes. So we're going to start with the special awards, and just like last year, if you recall from that video that I did last year, it's just a couple of animes that may or may not be in my final overall list for Anime of the Year 2023 that stood out, or that I felt deserved at least something. So yeah, this is Mega's Anime of the Year 2023, Part 1, Special Awards. Before I do this though, and this applies to video games for the special awards that I'll be doing for that, I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is there's no disappointment of the year this year for anime or for video games. Yay! However, the bad news is there's something far worse. Because there was something so bad that I couldn't call it a disappointment in good faith, because it's far worse than a disappointment. Oof. Big oof. Big rip. As always, I will talk about the each of the animes and why I gave them their little special award. You can do your own sort of list, your own sort of special awards. You don't have to, do something that I'm doing. You can kind of create your own sort of special awards or whatever, but like if you really like isekai animes and you watched a bunch of isekai animes, you could say what isekai anime you liked the best, like Isekai of the Year or something. I'm just giving an example. But yeah, this is my personal Anime of the Year 2023 special awards. And again, despite what it may seem and despite how it looks, we're gonna get the negative out of the way first. So yeah, that's kind of a thing. As always, as per normal, this is just how I personally feel. This is the anime that I personally watched, so opinions are mine and mine alone. You're allowed to have your opinion. I'm allowed to have my opinion. Everyone is allowed to have their own opinion. So let's get started. We're going to get the negative out of the way with Worst Anime of the Year. Oh boy. Is it controversial? Well, I don't know, because from everything that I have seen on forums and even on Discord, really everywhere, everyone seems to have a pretty general opinion when it comes to this sort of thing. So, it may not actually be controversial, but as always, what's controversial and what's not is different things to different people. So, yeah. Worst Anime of the Year 2023. And this is not an award you want to win. Don't know if that wasn't already obvious. Worst Anime of the Year 2023 is Fully Cooley Grunge. Yeah. Just so good, Toonami. You're doing so well with yourselves, with your just oh so great original animes that I almost did a shoot video on, but then decided against. just so great. Thank God they announced that they're done making Fully Cooley. Like, seriously. The only good Fully Cooley shows was Shoegaze and Alternative. Not even the person who made those animes could save this shit. Good God, man. Every single one of Toonami's original animes was shit. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. Can't frickin' save them. Everything they have been putting out has been shit. Excuse me and forgive me for thinking anything else they put out or anything quote-unquote original they put out is somehow gonna be good, considering the pattern. Can someone explain to me what the point of this anime was? Like, seriously. Someone explain to me what the point of Fully Cooley Grunge was. What was the point of this anime? Because as far as I'm concerned, there was no point. Nothing, 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 and there was literally 3 episodes. A whole lot of nothing to no point that had no point. What was the point? There was no point. This anime was shit. This anime is lucky I gave it a 6. I could have been far worse than that. And a lot of people were, if you look on my anime list, which I'm not going to pull up. Because people gave this anime 2, 3. It was a bunch of 2s and 3s, I can tell you that much. Yeah, this anime was bad, 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 and more bad with no point. It should not have been made. What the hell are you doing, Toonami? Thank God Fully Cooley is dead. There was no point to this anime. So let's not discuss it any further because it doesn't need any more of a spotlight. Although its spotlight is bad, so that's why it gets worst anime of the year. Sorry, that's just how I personally feel. If you disagree, that's fine. I don't know how you could enjoy this anime, but again, everyone's tastes and opinions are different, but, Fully Cooley Grunge. Shit, shit, and more shit. Let's just move on. My next award is something I did last year. Sort of titled Gem of the Year, or another way you could describe it is Surprise of the Year. Like something I had no expectations of being good, but when I watched it and when I was done watching it, it surprised the hell out of me with how good it ended up being. So that's kind of why I call it a gem or a surprise. So let's get this shit off the screen. Gem and Surprise of the Year 2023 for anime is Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts. So great. So good. Finally, we can talk about something good instead of something unbelievably bad. My God. Yeah, this anime surprised the hell out of me. It really did. And I'm not even joking when it comes to that. I'm being very serious. I heard a lot about this anime, mostly from the official Crunchyroll Discord, which has its ups and downs, obviously. But one of its ups is the fact that I kept hearing about this anime, and it was pretty much a deja vu scenario or situation for when I heard a lot about Ranking of Kings. I heard a lot about that from the official Crunchyroll Discord too, and when I watching that, I was going like, God, what am I getting into? And then that anime blew me away. This is a repeat scenario and situation. I heard a lot about this anime, and again, I was going like, God, what am I getting into? This anime is actually really good. I'm not good with metaphors and descriptions, but the best way I can describe it is it's kind of like a mix of Sleeping Princess and the Demon Castle and Beauty and the Beast, although it's more like Beauty and the Beast with some humor in it. And it's actually very funny at times. So yeah, this anime is great. I will admit, and I will be brutally honest with you, there are episodes where there isn't any humor, and it tries to be really serious, which doesn't work out very well, honestly. And the anime does kind of plateau. In other words, it's it plateaus and flatlines and doesn't get better or worse around the middle of it. And it's a 20 some episode series, so that's, do the math. But it plateaus around the middle of the series, unfortunately. But if you can get through that, it does improve immensely. I can assure you of that. It improves immensely. And it starts being very good again. So if you can get through the plateau, it's fine. So as long as you can get through the plateau and the flat line, it does get better again. So it's really good and really funny. Kind of plateaus a little, and then is really, really good afterwards. So yeah, this anime is shockingly good, and yes, it's kind of furry-ish. I still hate using that word in that description, but it's the best thing I can come up with, okay? I'm sorry. But if you can ignore that, which you should, it's really, really good. I'm not kidding here, and that's why it's my gem and surprise of the year. It surprised the hell out of me. It really did, and I do recommend this anime. Please watch it. Please give it a shot. It's shockingly good. It really is. So, just very, very shocking. Very, very good. Great character development. Lots and lots of great characters. Lots and lots of funny moments that legitimately made me laugh. It's actually really good. It's actually really good. So kudos to this, to them doing an anime version, which does cover everything because I looked it up. Although that was Wikipedia, but I'm sure it's correct. I hope. Point is, it's really good. This anime is really good. I really do suggest you give it a try and give it a watch. Everything is English dubbed now. You don't have to watch it English dub. I just prefer everything English dubbed, but that's personally me. But yeah, it's really good, and it surprised the hell out of me, and yeah, great. And a rarity when it comes to anime and how long anime seasons are, with 20-some episodes, which is going to happen here again in a bit, but because most animes are now like 11 or 12 or 13 episodes, way too short. But yeah, a rarity, 20-some episodes, great, fantastic, chef's kiss, love it. Watch it, it's surprisingly good. But do what you want at the end of the day. Only one more here, so hopefully this won't be too long. I know, Mega not doing a long video, don't have a heart attack. Well, maybe. I kind of combined two categories into one here, because if you really think about it, they're both kind of the same thing. And that's best ongoing anime. You could also say best simuldub of the year, because if you recall, I kind of did like a best simuldub and a best ongoing anime. You could really make the argument that they're both the same thing. And there was nothing else I could think of, or come up with at least, that I could come up with in terms of deserving of an award. So what I decided to just do is give an award for best ongoing anime, basically an anime that hasn't finished and is nowhere near finishing, that is really good, that is still ongoing. And I will, again, be brutally honest with you. This is honestly a little bias on my front and on me. But hey, everyone has their biases. If you have a bias, give an award to your bias. It's kind of what I'm doing here. So sue me. Forgive me for being a little biased here. But best ongoing anime is Rurouni Kenshin 2023. Sorry, that's just how I feel. God, thank God they are doing a remake of this. I really, really hope they animate the final manga arc of this franchise and of this series, because God, is it so good. And yes, I read the manga. It was probably over a decade ago at this point, or at least a really long time ago, but I did read the Rurouni Kenshin manga. So, or at least I read it from when the anime left off. That's how I did it. But this anime is also really good. I mean, I will admit the English dub voice actors are hit or miss. But the voice acting isn't exactly the key thing here. It's the actual anime itself and the content. That's what matters. And honestly, I've been watching it so long, I've kind of gotten used to the voice actors. So once you get used to them, it really doesn't matter anymore. So I don't care. This anime is great. They've made it a bit more... I don't know what the best way to describe it is. Violent? Graphic? I mean, I wouldn't say it's gory. It's definitely no Chainsaw Man or anything like that, but it's definitely a lot more violent. Because in one of the episodes, a severed head was shown. That's about all you need to know. But it's definitely more violent and graphic than the original anime was. Is it better than the original anime? Well, that's subjective. A lot of people, and you're going to get a lot of arguments that say that when a remake is done of an anime, it's never going to live up to the original. And yeah, you can make that argument, but in Rurouni Kenshin's case, the original had a shit ton of filler. I'm not joking. The original had a shit ton of filler. So, you know, it's kind of a double-edged sword here. And they're getting through arcs very quickly, which again is, you could either say is good or bad. Everyone says that the Shaman King anime, the remake, rushed things too quickly, and maybe you could make that argument for this particular anime too, but I don't know. I don't really think that's the case. The part that I'm watching right now is the Aoshi arc. So, yeah. It'll be really good to see those fights in a updated and more newer anime style. So, seeing all those fights, seeing all these fights in an updated anime style, good God, man. Good God. Can't wait. Can't wait. So it's great. Love Rurouni Kenshin. It was my teenage years. So it's kind of nostalgic. So yeah, I kind of have my nostalgia glasses on. But I loved this anime. So it's just great to see it again, and see it with all the filler taken out, and hopefully they animate the final manga arc. So we'll see what happens at the end of the day. But as far as I'm concerned, I look forward to watching this anime every time there's a new episode. So that's good enough for me when it comes to best ongoing anime. And it is a little biased. Yes, I'm biased. Mega is biased, believe it or not. I mean, if that wasn't obvious with my Neo, the world ends with you full thoughts, nothing ever will make it obvious. But I think it's probably the best ongoing anime right now. Or it's the best ongoing anime that I'm watching, at least. So, love it, love it, love it. I look forward to every episode. Can't wait for more. It's only 20-some episodes. I don't know how many arcs that can cover. Hopefully it can cover enough. But, yeah, love it. Love that Rurouni Kenshin is back. I love the opening and ending themes for it. It's great. Love it. So, yeah. And believe it or not, that's it. I only have 3 special awards to give for my anime, for Anime of the Year. So, to try to save some time here, we're going to leave that there, and, yeah. That's Anime of the Year 2023 special awards for you. Just as a quick recap, Fully Cooley Grunge's worst anime of the year. It's shit, I'm sorry. Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts is gem/surprise of the year, because it surprised the hell out of me, and it's actually really good. Give it a try. And best ongoing anime is Rurouni Kenshin 2023. I think it's really good. And it's just nice to see Rurouni Kenshin back a bit more on the violent side. No filler. Just great. Great, great, and more great. So yeah. That's my special awards for Anime of the Year 2023. And we're going to give special awards for games next. For games, I have one extra award to give. So, in other words, there are four. That's all you're getting out of me until I do that one. Not sure when I'll do that. This upcoming week. Maybe Thursday. Maybe Saturday. Whenever I feel like doing it. So, until then, that's all. That's all I got for you. That's Mega's Anime of the Year 2023 Part 1 Special Awards. Bad, great, great. So, yeah. Great stuff. Loved all of the anime that I watched, honestly. It was all really good. There were some misses. The Trails of Cold Steel anime was not great. Junji Ito Maniac was not great. It was actually going to win Disappointment of the Year until this shit happened. So it's kind of a reverse of my Game of the Year when Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was gonna win it, and then Tales of the Abyss said, "I'm about to ruin this game's whole career." So it's the reverse of that. Junji Ito Maniac was gonna win Disappointment of the Year, and then Fully Cooley Grunge happened, and then said, "I'm about to ruin this anime's whole career," except it's the opposite. So I'm about to improve this anime's whole career and win Worst Anime of the Year. So it's kind of a reverse there for you. Good God, man. Good God. Rip Toonami. Rip Toonami. Stop putting out shit original animes. That's my advice. Will they listen? Of course they won't. We all know this. Anyway, I'm going to end before I start really shooting. So this is Mega Champ saying next time I'll be providing you with more unlimited guidance. Lots and lots of great animes. So yeah. Spy Family is still really great. Made in Abyss Season 2 was really good. Didn't really like what they did at the end, but whatever. I'll talk more about my favorite animes later. But yeah, just really great. Pokemon finally ended. Agretzko, great. Mashal, great. Demon Slayer Season 3, I thought it was good. So, Attack on Titan is always good, and yeah. So just a lot of great stuff. I mean, yes, that was the notebook that I wrote everything on. Yes, I wrote everything down because you kind of have to. And I already gave my full thoughts on Digimon Adventure 2020. I mean, it's not as bad as everyone said it was, but it's not exactly great either. But I've already given my thoughts on that. So, yeah. See you next time for Mega's Game of the Year 2023 Part 1 Special Awards. Bye!